Welcome back to tennis. So this match was supposed to start. We're gonna watch this match from the start, like hours ago. It rained, and then I thought it's gonna rain all day, so let's go watch in Stuttgart, and we'll go watch Kyrgios play doubles instead. Then it rained over there. They've only played one game, so we haven't missed anything. Zheng won the first game, and then it rained. It's supposed to be nice in Queen's Club for the rest of the day, so we should be able to get through this match, hopefully. But it looks like Stuttgart is now not going to finish. So today is just the day where no one wants anyone to watch tennis, apparently. So we're going to watch this match. They can't stop us. It's 1-love Zheng, 15-all. They're just warming up and we get back on this. But how are we doing, chat? Are we ready for the grass season? Tomorrow, I don't know what we do tomorrow. Kyrgios is playing if it doesn't rain. There's no roof at any of these places, so we just have to hope for the best. But let's see. Let's at least watch something. We can watch something. And we can talk about French Open stuff and whatever. Yeah, the sun's out, so that's good. So we should... Unless it gets dark, because they don't have any lights. We're just going to be restricted by the light. So if this goes 3 hours, that might be a problem. But I look at the radar, it looks like all the rain is gone. So let's see. Let's see if we can get some tennis. We haven't missed it. We only missed one game. So, yeah. Only one game was played and then it rained. I don't know what's going on with GMP or any of that. It's raining in Stuttgart, so I don't know. I could not tell you. I'll have a look, though. Let me try and find out. It was raining pretty bad in Stuttgart's pretty wet. All right, Cristian to serve. No GMP until 6:45. So when's that? In like 10 minutes? As we're forehand from Cristian to the backhand of Zheng. Cristian backhand. Again to the backhand of Zheng into the forehand of Cristian. Backhand of Zheng again up the line. Goes long and it's 30-15. 30-15. When does Eala play? Brizzy, you don't care when she plays. So... Have I seen the Wimbledon promo? I saw a part of it. I saw that I saw somewhere. I haven't watched the whole thing though. 40-15. Kyrgios does play tomorrow, but that depends on it depends on what happens today. 40-15. By the way, chat, I watched Jackass 1, 2, and 3 while I was waiting. I watched all three. The first 3 Jackass movies before we finally come back. Is it a forehand now from Zheng? Into the forehand of Cristian. Zheng on the forehand goes in the net. It's 1-1. 1-all. All right. I don't know if Stuttgart's been officially cancelled, though. I don't think anything has been written off today. Sure, the Kyrgios wins his match, man. Against Mute, I don't think it's a sure thing at all. Kyrgios hasn't played forever. I don't think Kyrgios, we don't even know how he looks. I don't think he should win his match if he's sore. 1-1. And it goes out by Cristian, 15 love. Weather hasn't been ideally practical in the UK ever since the grass season began in Birmingham. Yep. A lot of rain. There goes out by Cristian. 30 love. You don't think that them two are better players? They can end the games within 2 hits if they get their serve. Wait, are you talking about Kyrgios doubles? Or are you talking about Kyrgios singles? Kyrgios and Bublik can win the doubles, for sure. Kyrgios winning singles, I thought that's what you were talking about. Kyrgios win his match. In the doubles, yeah. Bublik Kyrgios can win doubles. Yeah. Sorry, I thought you meant can he beat Mute? In singles, I don't know about Kyrgios, what he's going to do, but yeah, doubles with Bublik, yeah. Him and Bublik should be able to get through. Cam, you're missing a good one with Ema and Umber right now. That's a shame. 2-1. Betting odds are 1.9. Pretty good. Okay. I don't know if they're going to play today, though, because it's raining. So, 2-1 Zheng. Yeah. The doubles, I thought you were talking about tomorrow when he plays, which I am a little more cautious about. But we're going to watch him. They don't have lights at Stuttgart? Oh, okay. So they're not going to play at night. All right. I need GMP to win because he's on my team. My English is bad. No. It's not English. Your English. It's just I read what you said wrong. I thought you were talking about his singles match. That was my bad. All right. Well, welcome to the official grass court season. I know we watched a little bit of grass last week with the Eala, but this is the official start of the grass court season. Day 1 of grass. Besides Sinner and Djokovic, who can reach the Wimbledon final? Fritz, if his knee's okay. Shelton. Medvedev. I think are all players that could make it. Medvedev, I feel like Medvedev is definitely a player to watch on grass. Like he's done well on grass. He could make a final if he's down the bottom with Zverev. I don't think Zverev's making the final of Wimbledon, but I mean, who knows? Maybe Zverev's on fire and he does do well at Wimbledon. Who knows? All right, 2-1 for Zheng, and that goes out in the return. Oh, 15 love. I don't think I'll be up at 3 in the morning today, chap. Did you see Nole congratulate Zverev on his win? I saw something. Thanks for answering, no worries. As that goes out in the return from Zheng, 30 love. Can with Gauff dropping to 7, do you think she is still a top 3 to 4 player? Do we need to be concerned? I don't think we need to be concerned. 30 love. First serves a fault, second serve. As the return goes wide by Cristian. $40 love. What about Osaka on the women's side? Final or semis of Wimby? Depends on her draw. You would think that her game could, but it depends on her draw. There's a lot of good. I mean, on the women's side, you got to remember there's going to be a lot of players that are going to want redemption. Backhand goes wide by Cristian, and it's 4-15. You got to remember going into Wimbledon, you're going to have a lot of players that didn't do well at the French and would want to redeem themselves. I'm talking about Raducanu. I'm talking to Nisimova, Pegula, right? All these ladies who lost early at the French, even Sabalenka, right? All these ladies that lost early at the French Open and didn't perform well at that slam are going to want to prove themselves at Wimbledon. And I feel like Wimbledon, there's just a lot more players that could win it. Play cancelled in Stuttgart. Okay. Well, luckily we're not watching Stuttgart. All right, 2-0. There's going to be a lot of players that are going to go to Wimbledon to try and redeem themselves from a bad French Open. So keep your eyes open. Gauff will figure it out. Yeah, I got nothing to worry about. I'm not worried about Gauff. She's fine. As the forehand goes into the forehand of Zheng, Cristian backhand. Again to the forehand of Zheng. There's Cristian with another backhand up the line. Zheng with a forehand cross court. Cristian on the stretch. Up the line from Zheng goes wide, love 15. Medvedev's head ain't good at the moment. No, he just had a bad French Open, but he always does. He never has a good French Open. We'll watch Medvedev maybe this week and see what's up. As a return, goes in the backhand of Zheng. Oh, Zheng missed up the line. Love 30. Hey, Lauren, thank you for the 3 months. Appreciate it. Love 30. There's a bit of fault, second serve. As a return goes the forehand of Zheng up the line to the backhand of Cristian. Zheng with a forehand cross court. Cristian gets it back. Zheng off the tape. Goes wide to the backhand of Cristian. Up the line to the forehand of Zheng as Cristian goes up the line again. Zheng with the backhand open court. Cristian gets it. Zheng with the backhand of the net. It's love 40. Bet on Kyrgios to win was paying so good. Oh, sorry. Bet on Kokkinakis to win. Kokkinakis won his challenger match earlier today. Oh, that's good. That means he might not be as injured as he was. As the return goes in the net by Cristian. 15-40. There's a bit of fault. Second serve. Double fault. There's the break. Cristian 3-2. Pause a neck injury. That's a shame. Do I follow the NPL where you're from? What's the NPL? I have no idea what the NPL is. What is the NPL? Is Wimbledon considered the most prestigious out of the Grand Slams? Yes. Yes, it is. Kyrgios matches tomorrow. When Paul did withdraw, when did Paul withdraw? Because I had him in my team. He withdrew after the deadline. Because I was almost going to get him in my team. I'm like, oh, Tommy Paul might be a bit of a wild card. But then I'm like, nah. I'm not going to risk it. Instead, I got GMP because I'm like, oh, maybe GMP is worth a risk. Because if he beats Paul, he gets bonus points, blah, blah, blah. And then Paul withdrew, and I'm like, yes. And now GMP's losing. So, but GMP's hit like 22 aces, so he's got a lot of points. But yeah, he pulled out after the deadline for fantasy. The semi-pro football league for soccer, and yeah, maybe not if you don't know the NPL. Is that like Melbourne, or is that in like another state? Cam looking swag today. This is how I usually look. This is not my usual. This is my. This is how I look usually. I don't usually wear collared shirts outside all the time. Is Zheng good on grass? Not really. She has a good serve, but her grass game is not. I would have thought it would be better. Yeah, GMP is down to 4-1 in the third. He got to the tiebreak and I was getting excited. As Zheng hits that forehand wide, it's 30 love. Raducanu has won Wimbledon, you're right. All right, 30 love. Rain delays are the worst, yeah. Well, see, we're going to go live for this one, right? I'm glad we have watched this. Because we were initially going to watch this. And then there was a rain delay. It was pushed back. Then I checked the radar. And I was like, it's going to rain again. Like, it's going to rain for a few hours in like 10 minutes. And then they came back out in court. I'm like, I really don't want to watch a match that's rain affected because yesterday was the French Open final and I'm shattered, right? Like, not because of the result. I'm happy for Zverev. But I'm shattered for after 2 weeks of French Open. And I only want to watch a really chilled stream. I didn't want to watch a rain delay. 40 love, great shot from Cristian. I wanted to have one match. We could all just hang out and it'd be uninterrupted. It'd be like 2-3 hours, right? Maybe. I didn't want to watch rain. So I'm like, okay, we won't watch Zheng. Then it rained after one game and I'm like, my brain, my instincts were right. But then we were supposed to watch the doubles and then that got cancelled. So now we're here. And I'm glad we can watch this because this is the match that I wanted to watch. As we're going to fall up the line to the back of the Cristian. 40 love. As Cristian forehand cross court. It all worked out well. And I got to watch all the Jackass movies. As that goes in the net by Zheng and it's 4-2. Cristian leads. It's just that this match started 5 hours late. It was supposed to start 5 hours ago. So that's good. I got to watch a bunch of movies. And we probably get through this match now without interruption. So it's great. Have you recovered from that thrilling all-timer Roland Garros final yet? Yeah, I don't feel like that final was as... definitely wasn't the craziest final we've seen. It was a 5-setter, which is always great, but we've had a lot of 5-setters over the last 8 years of Slam finals. That wasn't probably on my top 3. As with a drop shot from Zheng is too good, 15 love. I mean, last year's final was crazy, all right. Like the quality of that final was not as good as we've seen in previous finals. You know, even the Australian Open final this year with Djokovic and and Alcaraz, right? That was like 4 sets, but still. Yeah. But it was I think the biggest final without the big 5 of the last 10 years in the final. So that was good. That was fun. It was like the biggest final, but it's also the only final besides Thiem and Zverev that hasn't been has a Djokovic, Nadal, Federer, Alcaraz, Sinner in it, right? All right, 30 love. But yeah. But I'm all right. We're going to have a chill week this week anyway. I'm not going to yell and scream too much. As a default, second serve. Thought watching doubles. Yeah, the doubles got cancelled because it rained. 4-4 rally. 30 love Zheng as we had a forehand from Cristian to the forehand of Zheng. Cristian forehand up goes long and it's 40 love. Does Queen's Club have a curfew at 11? Probably, yeah. They would. But they don't have lights, so they'll be done by 9 o'clock when it gets dark. They're gonna have to stop when it's dark. As the return goes to forehand of Zheng. Forehand passing shot goes long by Cristian. It's 4-3. Zheng holds, but she's down a break. Do you know when Bublik and Kyrgios is changed to? Tomorrow. So tomorrow, any match over in Stuttgart is on tomorrow now. They've called it off for the day. Thanks to Alika and Sinner, Zverev won a slam cam. Yeah. I don't think he cares, though. I don't think Zverev's like, oh, man, I don't deserve this Grand Slam because I didn't play Sinner. Like, I don't think he cares. I think he's going to be drinking out of that cup for the next week. And he'll rock up to Hella hungover. He does not care who he played or who he didn't play. Zverev does not care. How would you rank Zverev, team, and Medvedev's careers? I still put Medvedev 1 because he was world number 1. Zverev at 2, team at 3. Team is 3. I don't think you can argue about Zverev and Medvedev, but Medvedev's world number 1. I feel like that matters. But team only won 1,000, 1 Grand Slam, right? Zverev's done better than him now. Like, if you add the slam, right? But then Medvedev's made more slam finals than Zverev. He's won. He's got to number 1. Even if Zverev's won more titles or bigger titles or whatever, I still think world number 1 is more important than the Olympic medal. 15 love. Personally, I think Olympics is more important than number 1. Yeah, but the Olympic medal doesn't get you in the Hall of Fame. Number 1 does. Like, Medvedev's a Hall of Famer. Like, he'll be Hall of Fame. World number 1, Grand Slam champion. Zverev might get nominated one year in the future, but Medvedev will be in the Hall of Fame at some point. Zverev is not a guarantee in the Hall of Fame unless he gets number 1. Because that's how they usually rank things. If you look at all the Hall of Famers are either multiple Grand Slam champions. You have to have a Grand Slam. And then world number 1, like Goran wasn't number 1, but most Hall of Famers were number 1. But Goran was number 2. So that's where Zverev could get in, but Medvedev's a guarantee. Zverev said himself that Olympic gold medal is more important than a slam. Not sure what he thinks now. Yeah. I mean, he doesn't have to anymore. He's got both, right? Ranks Zverev, Medvedev, team, Rublev, Ruud, Tsitsipas. All right. 40-15. Medvedev 1, Zverev 2, team 3. Tsitsipas 4, Ruud 5, Rublev 6. 40-15. There's been a 4 in the net by Cristian, 40-30. And the reason I got Tsitsipas ahead of Ruud and Rublev is because Tsitsipas has beaten Federer and Nadal at Grand Slams. He's also made multiple finals at Slams, and he's won the ATP finals, right? And he's won more 1,000s than Ruud. So that's why I've got him ahead of Ruud. But he's not ahead of any of those. He's not ahead of team. Like, he's the top of that second half of those names. Rublev's never made it past the quarterfinal of a Slam, and he's only won. He hasn't done. I think he's got 2 1,000s, right? But he doesn't have the Slam success, so he's behind. And Ruud is, I got Ruud behind Tsitsipas. but Zverev behind Medvedev. Medvedev won. Rublev has 17 titles, more than Stefan Ruud. Yeah, but I'm looking at like the big stuff. You know, what are the big things that Ruud's made 3 Grand Slam finals. Tsitsipas made 2. Tsitsipas won the ATP finals. It's not like quality. It's quality over quantity, right? Like you can win a bunch of 250 titles and have like 20, but if you have 10 Grand Slams, it's worth more, right? So, anyway, Zheng gets back on, gets a break back point to get back on serve. Hey, what's up, Peaches? He said because he didn't win a slam, think he was trying to boost himself up. Oh, you talking about the gold medal? Yeah. Yeah, I'm sure Zverev would have traded the medal for a slam at any point. Ace. And it's deuce. Yeah, the Pyrrhicard match cancelled for today. Pyrrhicard match cancelled. They'll come back tomorrow. Stuttgart has been abandoned. Deuce. Zheng trying to get back on serve here. To be fair, Grand Slam is worth more, but I can argue the ATP finals is harder to win. Yeah, I could understand that. You can only win the ATP finals once a year. You can win 4 slams a year, right? The odds are higher to win a slam. Also, ATP finals, you're effectively playing the best of the best. So you're the best of the best if you beat them, right? For that year. Back into the net by Zheng. 5-3. Cristian holds. Eam is playing at Den Bosch. Getting destroyed. I thought he was doing all right against Humbert. Somebody in the chat said it was a great match. They lied. Would love to see Ruud get a Grand Slam now. Oh, yeah. That would be cool. Well, I had Ruud in the final. I had him making the final, beating Zverev in the semis, but he lost to Fonseca. All right, 5-3. Zverev is now a no-brainer Hall of Famer. I don't know about that. I don't think it's a sure thing. Because there's still players that have done a lot of things. Like Carlos Moya is not in the Hall of Fame. Juan Carlos Ferrero is not in the Hall of Fame. Like there are still players, obviously Nadal, Djokovic, and Federer are not in the Hall of Fame yet. But I think Zverev will eventually be Hall of Fame because, I mean, Murray will be Hall of Fame, right? Wawrinka might be there because of 3 slams and, you know, in that era. So Stan's probably on the ballot at some point. If Andy Roddick is Hall of Fame, Zverev is, they're not the. You know, there's a big difference between Andy Roddick and Zverev, right? Like the world number 1 ranking is a big difference. Like I feel like you're just dismissing the number 1 ranking. Like that's a big factor. Andy's not in the Hall of Fame because he won the US Open. He's in the Hall of Fame because he was the best player on the planet. As with a 4-1 inside-out winner from Zhang, 30 love. Yeah. Hall of Fame is not based on slams. I think that's what we need to realize. It's not based on Grand Slam. There's a lot of Grand Slam champions who will never be in the Hall of Fame, right? But if you're number 1 in the world, there's not too many world number 1s who miss the Hall of Fame. I mean, you're literally best in the world, right? Like being world number 1, the top of the game, even if it's for a week, like Pat Rafter, you're still eligible and massively favored to be in the Hall of Fame. Only a few players haven't made the Hall of Fame as the number 1 yet. Is it a 4-4 rally? Another 4-hand from Cristian to the slice of Zhang. Cristian cross-score 4-hand winner, 30-15. So yeah, so Roddick and Zverev for Hall of Fame status is a difference. Roddick being number 1 is a difference. Big difference. All right. 30-15. As the return goes wide by Zheng. Sorry, by Cristian. 40-15 Zheng. How long until you have been retired to be considered Hall of Fame? 5 years. Roddick said Zverev has his vote for Hall of Fame. Yeah, look, I think Zverev will make Hall of Fame. He's just not a sure thing, because the thing about the Hall of Fame is that it's not picked by us. There's a process that, as far as I can remember, as a bit of serve from Zheng into the backhand of Cristian. Cristian hits out, and Cristian's going to serve for the first set. Yeah, so the process of Hall of Fame is that the board on the Hall of Fame, like the internal Hall of Fame board of directors, I don't know what they're called, the committee, they nominate who they think should be up for Hall of Fame. And then they put it out to a vote. And we get to vote, but it's not based on our votes. It's based on our votes plus whatever they feel. So at the end of the day, it's really just, it depends on the year. Not every year has a Hall of Fame, like everyone makes a Hall of Fame every year, right? Sometimes they skip a year, right? Sometimes they don't put the men's players, they put they go with the wheelchair, or they go with media, or they go with contributor coaches and stuff. So they do change things up. It's not like, okay, one man and one woman gets in every year. It's not the way it goes. But I could see Zverev getting in on a slower year, because remember, if you look back at the last 20 years, Federer, Nadal, Djokovic, Murray, or Hall of Fame. Wawrinka, maybe Hall of Fame. Don't know about Delpo, probably not Cilic. And then anybody else who's already been mentioned is in there. Like back in the 2000s is already in there. Like Roddick and Safin and Hewitt and those types. And then you've got like Medvedev. Team probably doesn't make it, because he only won 1,000, one Grand Slam, and was world number 3. That doesn't tick enough boxes. But Zverev could get in, because there hasn't been, and this is on the men's side, right? We haven't even talked about doubles we haven't talked about doubles or wheelchair, or like Dylan Alcott would get in there soon. Ash Barty, there's so many on the WTA, right? We've got you've got Kvitova, you've got Kerber, you've got Halep, right? You've got all these players on the WTA side that have won slams over the last few years, over the last 10 years. It would be Wozniacki. I don't know if she's in there already, but she would be eligible. Azarenka, right? Venus. So they've got a lot to choose from on the women's side. On the men's side, though, if it's a slow year, I mean, Zverev has had as good of a career as some of those players in there, right? He just hasn't been number one, which if he had been number one, wouldn't even be, you'd be sure thing. 30 love. Don't know if Wozniacki makes it. I think she would. She was world number one, right? Wasn't she world number one? She wasn't world number one for ages. She'll make it. Wozniacki will get in the Hall of Fame. As the backhand return goes the forehand of Cristian. Forehand out from Zheng into the forehand of Cristian. Zheng with the backhand. Cristian with the forehand slice. Forehand again from Zheng to the forehand of Cristian. Zheng up the line to the backhand of Cristian. Zheng forehand cross court. Cristian slices the back. Zheng with the forehand again. Cristian slices that back. Another forehand from Zheng as Cristian goes up the line. Zheng with the backhand. As Cristian gets it back with the backhand. Into the backhand of Zheng up the line. Cristian's slice goes in. Zheng comes down with the forehand winner. No, it's error. She overhits it. Great rally. 40 love. Longest rally of the match by far. And Zheng misses the easy one. Wasn't easy. Zverev's Hall of Fame now after Roland Garros. Again, I don't know. Okay, so you've obviously all watched the same thing and getting this from the same source. Maybe you watched. Did Andy Roddick say this? Is that why everyone's bringing it up? 40 love. Set point. Is that? I feel like this feels like a lot of people are talking about this, and it doesn't feel like it's an accident. That goes wide from Zheng, 6-4. You must have all watched something that is now like, or were you all watching the coverage yesterday and they were saying it on the TV, and they're like, that was McEnroe said he was Hall of Fame. Like, are you all getting the I feel like you're all getting it from the same source. Because a lot of people are like, yeah, but he is Hall of Fame. Who mentioned this? Who told you this? Or are we all just on the same page? Like, are we all just, connected? Are we all just on the same wavelength here? He's not a sure thing to make Hall of Fame. If you look back at the Hall of Fame history, he's not a sure thing. But I think he's done enough to be Hall of Fame. But it's not up to me. It's up to this committee. All right, 6 winners, 11 errors from Zheng, 2 winners and 6 errors from Cristian. What about Rafter? Yeah, Rafter's in the Hall of Fame. I'm pretty sure. Let me check. So Rafter, maybe he's not in the Hall of Fame. Oh no, he did. 2006. 2006, he was the Hall of Famer. Maria Sharapova was in last year. The Bryan brothers the year before. Payers was the year before that. Last time a singles player from the men's draw was in was Leighton back in 21. So it's been a minute since they inducted an ATP player, but obviously Roger will be in next year potentially. Yeah. Federer is in next year, isn't he? And it should have been Delpo. I told you all to vote for Delpo. Why'd you vote for Federer? As we are backing off the tape, it doesn't go over for Cristian. 15 love. Andrea said it on Tennis TV about Sasha mentioned it, but it's not voted by us. A committee votes. She said same thing. His resume can get him possible. Yeah. And look, I think a lot of people are gonna. And look, he's still got like a long time. Like he's probably 10 years away from even being eligible, right? If he retires in 5 years, and 5 years later, it's still like so far away. Like it's a decade away until we even start talking seriously about it. And a decade away from now, Djokovic might get in and he'll miss out. Like Zverev won't be the minute he's eligible, he won't get in. He'll have to wait, right? I mean, Leighton he was retired. Like it's only the players that sort of are no-brainers, right? Andy Roddick got in straight away. Leighton got in straight away. Obviously Federer gets in straight away. There's a lot of players that are going to get in straight away. Zverev, if he doesn't do anything else in his career, it won't be a first, like the second he gets eligible, he's in. Like they'll get Medvedev, right? They've got Djokovic, they've got Nadal, right? There's so many other players, Andy Murray, right? Even Wawrinka 5 years from now, right? But if he doesn't do anything else from now. But I think everyone's going to use Goran as the comparison. Like, oh, well, he's got a better career than Goran. Yeah, but also Goran. So Leighton was supposed to get in 2020. He didn't accept. He went in the year after, and they got Goran to go in instead. They picked Goran instead. Or not picked him. He picked him instead, but he got that was his year instead. Goran was retired for like 15 years before he got in. Like Goran retired in 2004. He got in 2020. Like, that's 16 years later. I mean, Zverev, he might be 50 years old before. It's if he doesn't do anything else. He might have to wait because again, the players that get into the Hall of Fame, if you've got world number 1 and you've got a Grand Slam, you've got a very good chance of making it. One love. We've done this so many times over the years because it comes up every time we talk about Hall of Fame at this time of year. But like, if you've been world number one and you've got a Grand Slam, only a few people have missed out. But if you don't have a world number one ranking, not many players have gotten into the Hall of Fame without that number one. Like Conchita Martinez was number 2 in the world, won one Grand Slam. She got in 2020. Again, that was 14 years after she retired, right? Goran waited 16 years. I mean, there's players that retired. I mean, Mary Pierce retired. She got in 2019. She was number 3 in the world, but had 2 slams. If Zverev wins another slam, he's in for sure. When did Mary Pierce retire? 2006, so she had to wait, 13 years. Li Na was number 2 in the world, won 2 slams. She got in 5 years after her retirement, so she got in pretty quickly. Who else? Michael Stitch. He was world number 2, won Wimbledon. He got in 2018, retired in 1997, so he nearly had to wait 20 years to get in, right? So, again, the players that don't, there's going to be some obvious choices, but I don't know. If Zverev retired tomorrow, I don't think he gets in the Hall of Fame in 5 years. He might have to wait 10. As that goes out by Zheng is 30 love. But if he wins another slam, he's got 2 slams to his name. As I just mentioned those names, most of those players who got in had 2 slams, right? Or at least some of them had 2 slams. They got in quicker. Because if you don't get to number 1, you got to prove that, you're a no-brainer. And I think, especially with Stan, no-brainer. He's going to be Hall of Fame. He's got 3 Grand Slams in an era that was very hard to win slams, but he was number 3 in the world, but it wasn't because he wasn't winning slams. It was because there was guys that were better. He'll be in. 3 Grand Slams, he'll get in. Stan's a Hall of Famer. But we'll see. Like Zverev just won the French. We don't need to go. Hall of Fame is after his career. He still could win another slam or another couple. It's like it was in the net by Cristian. Yeah, Rios is not in the Hall of Fame because he doesn't have the slam, but he was number 1. I think it's like Juan Carlos Ferrero and Carlos Moya, the only 2 world number 1s that aren't in the Hall of Fame yet. At least I think they're the only 2 on the men's side. I remember we did this game a couple of, last year or 2 years ago. We're talking about it. That backhand goes in the net by Zhang. It's 1-1. But is Roger doing something at the US Open this year? Yeah, he's doing an exhibition match with, like he did with, I think he's doing I think Federer's doing some sort of a world tour like he did. He came to Australia. He's going to do the same thing in New York. Maybe Craig Tiley had something to do with that. He's doing that like he did. Remember when he played with Leighton and Agassi and Rafter? He's going to be playing in. He's going to be playing with Roddick, McEnroe, and Agassi again, just as an exhibition thing. Because he never got to say goodbye to Australia and never got to say goodbye to New York, right? Because he retired he finished at Wimbledon, his last match, and then he didn't play anything else, right? He went and played Labour Cup, so it's just like a goodbye to New York for Federer. Like he did, it'll be the same thing as he did in Australia. Same thing. Just a doubles exhibition. 15 love. Cam's work ethic is inspiring. I'm a workaholic. 15 love. As a backhand return goes in the backhand of Zhang. Cristian hit it out though. And it's 30 love. Let's hope Sasha wins another, and then he can be a Hall of Famer or whatever he wants. Hall of whatever. Yes, exactly. Workaholic's an understatement. 30 love. I've got a fault second serve. Second serve. As a return from Cristian goes in the form of Zheng. Cristian comes in with a backhand cross-court winner. All right. 30-15. I'm pretty sure I put a list together. I have a lot of spreadsheet lists with just random tennis stuff on it. I'm sure I put a list together of like Hall of Fame eligibility. I just can't find it. Oh well. 30-15 as that goes out by Cristian. 40-15. By the way, chat, the list of chat, how quick have things changed? We were talking going to Roland Garros. Is Sinner playing the best year of all time? Is this like the best season we've ever seen? And now we're not talking about that at all. As a return, goes into the backhand of Zheng, forehand from Cristian to the forehand of Zheng. As Cristian forehand again to the forehand of Zheng. Up the line of the backhand is a winner by Zheng, and it's 2-1. Yeah, we went from like best season ever to yeah, whatever. By the way, Sinner is still having a phenomenal season, like by the numbers, right? 92% winning record. It's lower than Djokovic 2015 going to Wimbledon, but it is higher than Federer 2006 going into Wimbledon. So he's still got a very high win-loss percentage. If he wins Wimbledon, then we will start talking about it again. But yeah, it is funny how like all the questions I was getting in Rome were, is this the greatest season we've ever seen? Is this the best season ever? Look at the numbers, blah, blah, blah. And then now it's like, nobody wants to talk about it. But if he wins Wimbledon, Sinner, that'll change. Things will change again. His record will go. His win-loss record will be like 44-3, and people will start talking about it again. This lady is getting really into it. All right, so this lady definitely hung out at the bar before. Oh, she's just having the best day ever. What was she doing in the rain delay, chat? What was this lady doing in the rain delay? She's blowing kisses to the camera. Maybe she's just having a good day. Where was she during the rain delay? She's loving it. She's having a great time. I'm just jealous. I wish I could dance. Anyways, 2-1. Good serve from Cristian. A few pims. Been drinking the pims in the rain delay, keep them warm. Cristian with a fault second serve. Right, serve again. Into the backhand of Zheng. 4-1 to 4-1 rally as Cristian backhand to the backhand of Zheng. Now 4-1 from Zheng cross court. Cristian's running. Hits it long and it's 15-0. 15-all. Uh, 15-0. All right. $15 with a 4-1 rally. Zheng with the backhand cross court. Cristian gets it with a slice. Zheng, comes in with a volley, missed it. Hits it in the net. 30-15. Any news on Dimitrov? Nope. No news. All right, 30-15. As the return goes to net by Zheng. 40-15. All right, 40-30. All right. 40-30. Run out of tea already. Back in return. As I go forehand to forehand, up the line now, the backhand of Zheng. Backhand from Cristian to the backhand of Zheng. Cristian, forehand again to the backhand of Zheng. Cross court, the backhand of Cristian. Cristian hits it out. We get the deuce. People are making videos about how Andreeva and Zverev had it easy on their runs and they never faced a top 10 player. Why do people care about that? I don't know. Deuce. As Cristian serves. I haven't seen any of those videos pop up on my timeline, but I would guess that they're making those videos because people would click it, and because they're annoyed and they want to comment how annoyed they are. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I think it's just rage bait. It's a bit rage baity, you know. There's Zverev and Andreeva fans who are, you know, on a high at the moment. See that video, click and go, "How dare you say this?" And that's what they want. They want you to get angry. As it a forehand inside out, the backhand of Zheng, forehand from Cristian. The forehand of Zheng is Cristian, forehand again. The forehand of Zheng. Into the backhand of Cristian. Zheng, forehand on the stretch. Goes wide. And it's 2-0. I mean, if somebody's going to make a video like that, I mean, make a video that, like, talks about every single player who's had an easy road. Because there's a lot of players that don't play top 10 players. There's been a lot of times that's happened. But we forget that in time, right? You know? Over time, we forget those things. Like, somebody in the 70s probably got an easy slam. Somebody in the 80s or 90s probably won a slam without having to play a top 10 player. But we don't talk about them. We only talk about... Well, they're only talking about Zverev now because he just won, right? I mean... Make that video in 10 years. Nobody would care, probably. So it goes out by Cristian. 15-love. Yeah, I don't think... you don't get less points because... you don't get less prize money or less... You don't get... Like, they don't cut the slam in half if you don't play a top 10 player. You get the whole thing if you win the trophy. Like, you win the title, right? I mean, there's no, like... asterisks on that leader, you know, on that winners board at the back of the stadium or the back of the underground in the court, you know, that the one with the names on them. They don't put an asterisk next to your name if you don't play top 10. So that honor roll doesn't change. If you win match point on the championship day, you win. You get the trophy. Your name's on it forever. So it doesn't really make a difference if they play top 10 players or not. They won. And I think more impressively for Zverev, like, yeah, okay, maybe Andreeva had an easier run because she did avoid a lot of those dangerous players on the WTA, but with Sinner, with Zverev, yeah, he didn't play Sinner. Alcaraz wasn't there. But still, Zverev had to get through himself. Like, we know, like, he had to get through, he had to beat himself, right? I mean, like, he had to beat his mind. Like, you know, so his bigger, like, yeah, okay, Sinner would have been a very tough task, but it goes like Sinner, Alcaraz, Djokovic, and then himself. And even though he didn't have to play the other three, he still had to play himself every day until he won that trophy. So, like, you know, he played the world number 3 on that day, as well as playing Caboli. Like, 30 all. If you want, you can have a look at the Hall of Fame website. See all the inductees over the years. Oh, really? It goes way back to 1955. Oh, does it? On the website? That's cool. Ace from Zheng. I didn't know that it did that. That's cool. 40-30. Can't believe Roger Federer got in. He gets in this year, doesn't he? He gets in this year. 4-1 winner Zhang, it's 3-2. He gets in this year, right? He gets in after Wimbledon. That's when they do the ceremony, right? After Wimbledon? Yeah, 5th and 12th of... Oh, during Wimbledon. Wait, hang on. No. Oh, no, this is the tournament. I can't read. Yeah, they do it after Wimbledon. Because the Hall of Fame Open is a challenger event now, which is a little bit depressing. No, it's a Hall of Famers. So wait, did you say it? Wait, wait, hang on. So what was that, Pat? What did you say? You said they inductees over the years. Oh, you're saying the inductees over the years. Oh, okay. I thought you meant like the nominated people over the years. I was like, that would be really interesting to see who's been nominated but not in yet. All right. Sasha had to play himself and finally got out of his own head and won. Good for him, finally. Yep, that's it. That is it. I'm not sure if you can see the nominations over the years. Yeah, probably not. Probably not. Haven't been keeping up with Zhang. Is she having a tough year? Well, she's coming back from injury this year. She lost first round of the French Open to Flinska, which in hindsight is not a bad loss at all. But she lost first round and we're all kind of a bit surprised at that. I'm sure she was feeling really good about herself when she was watching the final of the French going, well, I lost the finalists, can't be mad. But yeah, not having the best year yet, but very capable. I mean, she's got a massive serve. She's been healthy. She just needs to get a couple good draws and she should be all right. Oh, you can look up if Rod Laver got in. Okay, you can look up who got in the Hall of Fame. Oh, okay. 30, love. Why doesn't Zhang have a protected ranking? Because she's in the top 100. Well, she's in the top 50. She doesn't need it, I think. Wait, what is her ranking? Isn't her ranking like top 50? No, what's her ranking? She probably has a protected ranking. If she's out that top 100. I thought she was inside the top 100. Oh, she's 153 or 58. Yeah, she's got a protected ranking right now. She'll be using a protected ranking for now. 100% she'll use a protected ranking. Let me have a check. Oh, no. How did she get into this tournament then? Without playing qualies? That's weird. How did she get... Did she get a wild card? Impossible. I don't know. How did she play this event if she was... Oh, was she... Hang on. Did she lose a lot of points? Okay, no. I know. 6 weeks ago, she was ranked in the top 60. All right. I forgot about entry lists and I forgot about ranking points, whatever. Yeah. Zheng, reason why she doesn't have... She will be... I don't know if she'll be able to use a protected ranking. Maybe she can. Oh, no, Bobby expired because you have to use them within the first 6 months, right? If you've been away for 6 months or 3 to 6 months, you get 6 months. Oh, no, so you get 6... I don't know. Has she had a protected... She hasn't needed it. She might need it, though, because she's going to have to play qualies of tournaments going forward. Is it backing up the line from Cristian? Goes wide. 30 love. Yeah, so she must have been in the top 50 before. I'm gonna guess Rome, and then she lost the points from Rome. She lost the point from Roland Garros, and that's why she is ranked so low. But she'll be alright. Chat Roberts at 200 likes for a chilled stream. That's pretty good. 30 love. We had a fault second serve. Serving to the forehand of Cristian. Zheng with a forehand at the backhand of Cristian. Zheng forehand to forehand with Cristian. Now Zheng gets to the backhand of Cristian. And Cristian in the net. 40 love. $40 love. And we're default to conserve. As return goes for Zheng. Zheng hits it wide. And it's 40-15. Serve is a fault. Second serve. What happened to the Curious Bublik match? It got cancelled because it rained, unfortunately. As Zheng wins the game, stays in the front for 3. For 3 in the second. I didn't realize the lurk emoji was so creepy. That's the point. Federer Official Hall of Fame is on the 29th of August. There you go. So right before the French, right before whatever, the US Open. Maybe that's why he's in America. That's why he's doing exhibitions, because he's going to be in America. So there you go. It all makes sense. All right. 4-3. Oh, so it's getting dark out there. The sun's going down. I don't know if they've got like a curfew for the light. I definitely know they have a bad light. If it's bad light, they'll stop. But we'll see how long they play in this, because they don't have any lights. Queen's Club looks massive. Is it actually? Have they built a bigger this year? Have they built a bigger stadium? It looks huge. Like, it's just, did they make? I feel like they've added another tier of seats. Somehow. No idea. It gets bigger every year? Okay. 15 love? First serve default, second serve. As the return goes into the forehand of Cristian. Forehand now from Zheng goes long. 30 love. I don't know how Queens are going to schedule tomorrow, since I know they probably won't finish all the matches today due to play today. I don't even, I mean, if it rains tomorrow, they're screwed. The weather's supposed to be pretty crappy all week. As Cristian comes in, and it's an inside-out forehand winner, 40 love. Have a look at the weather for the next couple of days. So tomorrow is a few showers. Wednesday, passing shower in the morning, and then rain in the afternoon. Thursday, rain. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, nice. It's going to be nice on the weekend, but yeah, it's supposed to be like raining on and off all week. I think the bad day is Thursday. Wednesday, Thursday are probably going to be like kind of like today. Tomorrow we could be okay, but I don't even know what the schedule is for tomorrow because they haven't. They have to get through today before they can figure out tomorrow. All right, Cristian, love 15. All right, Cristian in the net, 15-0. Why did this match take so long to start? Because it was raining. Didn't Cristian do well in Miami? She has been doing okay this week. 125 titles are not counted as main ATP titles, right? No, challenges don't count to main titles. I think Cristian had a run in the start of the year. Indian Wells made the third round, lost to Sabalenka. Made the fourth round in Miami, lost to Pegula. Didn't do much on the clay. Made the semis of Strasbourg, lost to Mboko. But yeah, so it had a pretty good sunshine double. Also made the fourth round of Dubai, lost to Andreeva. So yeah, Dubai. I mean, if you go to Doha, she lost to Mukova. Dubai, she lost to Andreeva. Indian Wells, she lost to Sabalenka. And then she lost to Pegula in Miami. So she had a good couple of months, a couple of weeks there. But she lost first round Australian Open to Mukova. She lost first round of French Open to Rakhimova. But she's had a pretty good season. She lost second round to Sabalenka in Madrid. That's just unlucky. All right. Five 4 Zheng. And Cristian's going to serve to stay in the set. Who's my favorite tennis player of all time? Leighton Hewitt. The weather is a downer. I opted to watch Queens at home and tune into Cam, then wait around all day for rain delays, being 4 hours at home. Yeah, today was brutal. I was very close to going live when I saw them walking out. I was like, no, no, no. It is going to rain. I know it's going to rain. So that's why we didn't go live to start this match. And then they played one game and it rained. So it's just been one of those days. I mean, I think I saw at least a little bit of a rain delay for every tournament today. Den Bosch had rain delays. Stuttgart had rain delays. Queen's Clubs had rain delays. The whole first day of the grass season proper had rain delays at every single event. It's raining all over Europe, apparently. So we've had interruptions all day. I think Den Bosch has got away with it, but Stuttgart cancelled after a couple of matches. Here has had to restructure the schedule. All right. Cristian serving to stay in the set. Tommy Paul pulled out because he has a neck injury, somebody said. So I think it's a neck problem. As the return goes into the back of Cristian. Cristian hits a winner. 15-love. Sun's come out as well. Rain delays all week until Saturday. Yeah, that's what I've seen. Serena comeback. She's probably playing. She must be playing on Wednesday. Tommy withdrew because he knew he was going to lose. Yeah, because I tell you what, professional athletes they definitely quit when they get a bad draw. They decide, you know what, I don't want to play anymore. 30-love. I mean, that's where. That's how Tommy Paul became one of the best players on the planet by, running away from a bad draw. As we can ace out wide, 40-love. Love. As return the net by Zheng, and it's 5-5. 5-all. Zheng to serve again. 5-5. Need the rain to make the grass grow. They've been growing the grass for 11 months. It's ready to go. Can you explain how grass is different to clay for newbies? So grass, the ball bounces lower. It's a faster court, so people with big serves can get a little bit more free points. It's harder to move on. It's like different movement, right? Because on clay you can slide. On grass, they hate it when you slide on grass, but you've got to, yeah. So it's definitely the biggest change of surface going from clay to grass. Going from grass to hard courts or hard courts to clay there's a less of a. It's not as jarring. If that makes sense. Going from a fast court to a slow court is. I mean, maybe it's because I like playing on clay, but I think it's easier than going from the slowest court in the world to the quickest surface, one of the quickest surfaces. But the ball bounces low, so slice will work well, flat shots work well, serves work well, ace out wide for Zheng. So all the players that have big serves that weren't popping off on the clay because the clay slows down their shots, we might see a little bit more of this month. So those are sort of the basics. 40-love. And Zheng serves a let. Yeah, shorter rallies. Yep, that's another thing. Shorter rallies. And Zheng shanks that long, and it's 40-15. Hey, Cam, how are you holding up? Fine. Just chilling. 40-15. Really hope the schedule for tomorrow comes out for this tournament so we can go through it. But I don't think it is. Not yet anyway. Maybe after this match. (40-15). Serve to the forehand of Cristian. Zheng with the forehand cross court again. The forehand of Cristian. Zheng. Another forehand to the backhand of Cristian. Zheng with the backhand of the line. Cristian forehand slice. Zheng inside our forehand winner. All right. 6-5 to Zheng. Never played on clay like Medvedev. The dirt in my socks would annoy me. Fair enough. All right. Okay. Cam's holding up fine, absolutely. He's rocking a chain in this house again. I wear this chain every day. Now, Chad, I can confirm this lady's drinking, and I appreciate that. She's dancing. She's it's just. By the way, it's starting to rain. It is starting to rain, but it's not going to rain for long. This is just going to be a passing shower. How are they playing? It's literally raining. All right. The sun's still out, though, so it's a weird sun shower. Serve. Into the forehand of Zheng. Backhand of Cristian to the backhand of Zheng. As Cristian backhand cross court to the backhand of Zheng. Backhand Cristian to the forehand of Zheng as Cristian forehand again. Zheng again to the forehand of Cristian on the stretch. Cristian hits it out. It's love 15. Now, it's not raining hard enough. Oh, sorry, it's not raining. I guess it's not raining enough. I don't know. It's not bad enough for them to think it's not good enough to play. Love 15. Umpire's like, you guys want to stop playing, you can stop playing. I mean, serving in the rain sucks because you got to look up into the sky and the rain hits you in the face. So if you're serving and it's raining, even though it's like it's going to only just pass, it's just annoying. Love 15. Is Serena most likely going to play Wimbledon singles then? No. Backhand to backhand rally. Up the line in the net by Zheng. And it's 15 all. Oh, Serena's playing tomorrow. Oh, okay. Well, you know what's up. Ah, 30-15. As a serve down the tee, the forehand of Zheng, and Zheng puts in the net, 40-15. Sorry, yeah, in the net, 40-15. To get to a tiebreak. Will Serena have to qualify for Wimbledon? No. She'll get a wild card. She'll get a wild card. There is no doubts. Backhand into the slice of Zheng. Zheng is wide. And Cristian holds. And we're going to the tiebreak. Who's winning the tiebreak, chat? Who you got? Who you got winning this tiebreak? I am going with Cristian. But I don't think Serena's playing singles. As much as I would love her to. All right. Serve. There's a fault. Second serve. Cristian's ranked like 30 in the world. Serve again. As the return goes to forehand of Zheng. Forehand from Cristian. Again to the forehand of Zheng. Cristian backhand. Into the net. One love Zheng. One love Zheng. As the return goes out by Zheng, 1-1. One all. We're default, second serve. Over 600 of us watching and 225 likes. Yeah, come on, we can get 300 likes. No, we're not watching the Boulder match. We're only watching this one. As we return into the backhand of Cristian. Backhand from Zheng to the forehand of Cristian. Zheng with the forehand up the line is long. 2-1 Cristian. It is currently 4 in the morning. This is not what I planned. This was not my idea to stay up this late. This was supposed to happen like 3 hours ago. All right, 2-1 Cristian. Zheng serves a fault, second serve. Second serve. As the return goes net by Cristian, 2-0. Second 3, okay. 2-0. By the way, rankings show came out. If you haven't checked that out, go check out the rankings video. A lot of changes to the rankings. Thank you everybody who does watch those videos, because I like those videos. People actually sorry, I make those videos and they're probably the hardest videos to make on the channel. They take the most time, so I appreciate people that like them. That goes out by Zheng on the forehand. As 3-2 Cristian. 3-2. But a fault second serve. As a return from Zheng. Goes wide. 4-2 Cristian. Love the ranking show. Thank you, Tim. Appreciate it. Your commitment is appreciated. We're almost at 250 likes. All right. Cristian with the mini break. 4-2. Yeah, I don't think they're going to finish the night matches. It's already 7 o'clock. They've only got like maybe 2 hours left to play. Maybe. Might be an hour. I don't think they're going to play that much longer. I watch, like, hype, and thank you for everything, for doing them. No worries. Thank you, Alyssa. As we got a 4-4 rally. Cristian again to the forehand of Zheng. Cristian with the backhand. Into the forehand of Zheng as Cristian backhand again sliced. Zheng on the attack. Cristian gets it with the forehand on the stretch. Zheng backhand down the middle. Cristian backhand goes again. The backhand of Zheng. Into the backhand of Cristian. Zheng backhand again off the tape. Oh, it's a winner. Zhang's back on serve. 4-3. Cristian. But Zheng gets a little bit lucky. Will Alcaraz potentially come back in Cincinnati? I hope so. I miss Alcaraz. 4-3. All right, first serve's a fault. Second serve. Second serve, Zheng. Oh, it's a double fault. 100-mile-an-hour second serve. All right, 5-3. Cristian with the mini break again. Serve out wide's a fault. Second serve. Second serve, Zheng. Into the backhand of Cristian. Return the net. 5-4 Cristian. She's going to serve for it. She will serve for the match. By the way, chat, we've got 700 people here for a match that... for a first-round match at Queen's Club between two players that we haven't watched much of. So I appreciate that. Thanks for joining. Cristian's going to serve for the match. I'm glad we could watch something today. I was a little disappointed when I saw rain. Forehand return. Into the forehand of Cristian. She puts away the winner. Match points, Cristian. 6-4. To take her spot in the second round. I don't even know where she is in the draw. And I made a preview. I should know that. Cristian will take on the winner of Bolter Fernandez, which is coming up after this. 6-4. No worries forever. Appreciate it. Thanks for joining. 6-4. Cristian serves. A fault. Welcome to the grass season. That's it. Long delays and at least the grass looks good. Second serve. Into the forehand of Zheng. Return goes long and Cristian wins. He takes out the 2024 Olympic gold medalist. Very, oof. Oh, that was as frosty as the rain in London. That was. I'm glad I'm wearing this jacket. Shit, that was so frosty. Even the coaches, Cristian's touching the grass. Even the coaches are like, "Where did that come from?" Woo, woo. That was cool. I don't know. Zheng was not happy. I don't know what happened. That was a very professional handshake. I don't know what happened. Zheng was like very whatever, man. I'll tell you. That was a frosty shake. Very frosty. Cristian was like, all right, I guess so. And Cristian's coaches were kind of confused. They were like, and Cristian giving, look, good for Cristian. She's giving, Zheng a round of applause as she leaves. So she's like, respect there, but I don't know what, I don't know why Zheng was so icy and cold and frosty. Zheng always does frosty hands. Oh yeah, I know. Look, Zheng's not out here to make friends, and I'm fine with that. I don't need her to be making friends with everybody. But that was the frostiest handshake you'll see. That was super, super frosty. Probably just disappointment from Zheng. Let's to be real. It's more just disappointment from Zheng. I think Zheng's probably just more disappointed with how she's playing right now. It's probably got nothing to do with Cristian anyway. It's more just to her personal frustrations with herself and her game right now. But good for Cristian's been playing well. She's had a very good year. Career high rankings. She will be the Romanian tennis hope when Castella retires. So she's she is going to be the she is the face of Romanian tennis once Castella is out. What's her ranking? Cristian is currently ranked number 37. She did crack into the top 30 recently. She's sort of floating around that 30 to 40. It's very competitive around that mark. You've got players like Sakkari, Ostapenko, Samsonova, Eala, Baptiste, Siniakova, Buksha. That 30 to 40 mark, she'll be trying to get seeded at Wimbledon. There's a lot of... Just to give you a bit of a better explanation, between number 31 and number 37, there's 100 points difference. 100 points, right? So if Cristian makes the semis here, she could be top 30. Or she makes the final, she'll be top 30. So the difference a week makes in that area, especially because 32 seeds, right? You want to be in the 32 or top 30 gets you seeded. So Cristian will be going for that. Obviously, Ala's doing that. Penko, Sakkari, all these players that are, because Baptiste is not going to be playing. So you don't have to be number 30. You have to be number 31, right? So, yeah, it's a pretty small gap between, 1,430 and then Cristian's on 1,324. In fact, if you want to go on better, between 31 and 36 in the rankings, there's 25 points. Penko's on 1,404. Who's at 36, and at 31, Wong, she's at 1431. So there's only 26 points between being seeded and being not seeded. And there's how many players? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 players in that little bit of a jam, a traffic jam. And then you've got Cristian just behind that, 80 points behind Penko, which again, if she has a good week this week, puts herself in that mix as well. So yeah, it's a fun, this is what's so fun about the rankings is you've got, the top seeds and we're talking about all those players, whatever. But trying to get seeded is such a big difference, right? You're unseeded. Cristian might have to play Sabalenka first round Wimbledon. If she gets in the top 32, she avoids everyone to the third round, right? It's such a big deal to get into that top 30, too. Yeah, a lot of good players there too. Penko's dropped off, but you know how dangerous she is. Yala's in some form now. Samsonov has been top 20 forever, so she's dropped down as well, which is a bit weird. And obviously Sakkari's there, and Cristian's been having a good year. So yeah, it's really going to be fun over the next couple of weeks to see that part of between 30 and 40. That is going to be a fun section to focus on in the rankings over the next few weeks. All right, 22 winners, 24 errors from Zheng. Only one break of serve in that match, and 3 break points, and no break points in the second set at all for either player against either player. So that's great. By the way, Cristian, if she does beat the next round, she will play in the quarters against Raducanu, most likely. By the way, Tatiana Maria, defending champion, takes on Sakkari. Winner plays Raducanu. Tough draw for Raducanu. Tough draw. Who's my pick between Bolter and Fernandez? Bolter. Maybe. I don't think they're going to get the match finished tonight, to be honest. I don't think they're going to. I think it'll be abandoned due to too dark. Because what is it now? 7:15 p.m. Where the Londoners? What time's the sun disappear? I don't think they can play past 9. So they'll be on court in about 10 minutes. They've got about an hour and a half maximum to get this done. They don't have lights in the stadium, and yeah. So I don't know if they're going to finish. Because Fernandez and Bolter, unless it's a really bad, boring match that ends in an hour, I don't think they'll finish tonight. 8:30, 9 o'clock. Yeah, so they've got about an hour of light. So unless it's a quick win, I don't think I don't reckon they're finishing. Also, the clouds are coming back, so if they have a delay, then that'll be it forever. They have to come back tomorrow. Pliskova Kessler going 3. Ooh, is that on the other? That's on the other court, right? So Samsonova and Dart are playing right now. Pliskova Kessler going 3. Yeah, I don't think Bolter and Fernandez are going to finish the match tonight. By the way, Chet, do we like the scoreboard being purple for grass? Or do we want it to be black? Or grey? Sunset's at 9:30. Okay, so they probably have until like 9, realistically. It's about an hour and a half. That's plenty of time to finish a match, but if it's a close 3-setter, it's not going to get finished tonight. They might play 2 sets. Does someone wonder why Coco is not playing more grass events before Wimbledon? She is listed only in Berlin. Seems like Iga is not listed at all. She's playing Baden-Berg, Swiatek. I think. That's not unusual. Some players don't play at all. Purple, please. All right, I'll keep it purple. Yeah, one grass event is totally normal. Like that's more than enough for most players. It's very unusual to have like top 10 players playing more than one event. I mean, Raducanu and Anisimova are doing, and Boko are playing more than expected. So yeah, playing only Berlin is enough. Like she doesn't need to play, or maybe she does need to play more. But the grass season is so fleeting that why would she put so much effort into grass when she has nothing to defend anyway? Like Wimbledon, she has 0 points to lose. So I don't think she's going to put that much stock into Wimbledon grass tennis, Coco. Not yet. Maybe if she wants to win Wimbledon is like her to complete the set, maybe. But yeah, I don't think she needs to play more than one event. You can play a maximum of 3 before Wimbledon, right? Because it's only 3 weeks. Why would you play all 3? Like too risky. Playing 2 is a lot for a top 10 player. Usually we just see Djokovic and Sinner aren't even playing. They're playing 0 events. So yeah, I wouldn't be bothered. I wouldn't be worried about Coco. I thought the players that struggle on grass need more grass. I mean, it depends on the player. Depends on the player. Is Leighton Hewitt's son still playing? Yeah. Rocky's purple? Yeah, maybe it's a bit of Rocky's purple. Yeah, they don't want to get injured before Wimbledon too. They don't want to get, grass can be sketchy as well, right? Don't want to get injured before that. Who's my pick on grass for next season? I have no idea. Ask me that in 2 weeks. Ask me that in 2 weeks. Raducanu playing all 3. Yeah, but if she wins one, she'll probably pull out of another, right? Raducanu won't play the week before Wimbledon if she plays well this week and next week. She's doing it as an insurance policy. Would be my guess. She's like, I'll sign up for all 3 just in case. Just in case I need to play more. It kind of shows but it does show the intention of Raducanu. She is really going for this Wimbledon. Like her using all 3 weeks and signing up for all 3 weeks kind of shows that she's really serious about winning Wimbledon again, which is great, And also, it feels like that's like a bit of I can be number 1, so why wouldn't I push as hard as possible? So I mean that's interesting, because she could be number 1 by the end of Wimbledon. So I wonder if her and the coaching team have gone, oh, she didn't sign up to this event. Maybe you know why she didn't sign up for this though, because she thought that she'd do better at the French. When she lost at the French Open, she went, "Hey, Queen's Club, can I have a wild card?" And they said yes. Or are you saying this event, or are you saying another event? She can get a wild card here. She was always playing this, apparently. Either way, playing all 3 is crazy, but also shows that she's what her intentions are. Yeah, she lost the only reason we're not talking more about Raducanu or her loss is because Sinner lost straight the next day. And we're like, oh wow, that happened. We forgot that Raducanu lost. Had nobody lost in the next day, we would have talked about it a lot more. Has there ever been a rain delay that lasted to the end of the tournament and they just played indoors at local club? Probably, but I can't think right now. Probably though, yeah. Probably has happened once. Once before, maybe? I don't know. I know in Auckland a couple of years ago they had to play inside to finish the tournament. It's going to rain again. They're not going to finish this. Chad, if they finish this match... Oh, Raducanu got a wild card at Battle Berg. Okay, so she was always going to play this event. Interesting. Oh, poor me. Super excited to watch Serena. Oh, yeah. Yes. It's Serena week. This week is Serena week. Serena week is a go. Who's my pick for grass? I have no idea. It's so hard to pick, especially we're less than 24 hours from the French Open. We're less than 24 hours removed, right? All right, chat. That's it, and that's that. But we'll be back again probably tomorrow. because there will be other matches. I was hoping the draw would come out, so the schedule would come out for tomorrow, and see if we're watching who we're watching tomorrow. But yeah, tomorrow Kyrgios is playing. I really do want to watch him play singles. Medvedev's not playing till Thursday apparently, so that's later. Did you ever get out and have that cup of Joe? No, I haven't left. I woke up at like 4 in the afternoon today, or yesterday. And when I woke up, everything had. Yesterday was like a bank holiday, public holiday, whatever you want to call it. So when I woke up, I knew that coming in. So everyone else had a day off, like the whole world had, like the whole of Australia had a day off. So I was like, yeah, I'm going to sleep all day because why would I go outside when like everybody's outside? Plus also, so many shops were shut today and restaurants, like, food and stuff. So I'm like, why would I leave my house today? Nothing's open. It's a bank holiday. Or I don't know, what do you call it in America? We call them public holidays. Like, what do you call them in America? Just a day off. Like a public, I don't know. I don't know what the word is. Like, what's, like, you just have a day off because it's like, what was it? The king's birthday or something. I don't know. Federal holiday. Yeah, something like that. So yeah, everyone had the day off. So I was like, well, I'm going to stay inside and sleep. And then tomorrow I'll probably go outside and get a cup of coffee because I haven't had a coffee for weeks. Get a coffee, go to the thrift store. Tomorrow. Yeah, Zheng lost. She lost. Thank you for today. No worries. Thanks for streaming. No worries. Thanks for the stream. You're a trooper. No worries. Is Runa going to play grass? Hopefully. Why does Rebecca take a wild card? Wouldn't she be seeded? Well, she probably didn't sign up for the tournament before the entry list deadline, so that's why she had to get a wild card. Because when you sign up if you don't sign up for the entry list before the deadline, then you need a wild card. So she probably just didn't sign up. So Rebecca is going to play Queen's Club, Berlin, and Bad Berg. At this stage, yes. She's signed up for all three. Doesn't mean she'll play them. Because if she wins Queen's Club, she might not play next week, and she'll play, who knows how much. She's play like. If I'm her coaches, I'm thinking we're signed up for all three as a insurance. She won't play Bad Berg if she does well at the others. She'll only play Bad Berg if she does bad in the other tournaments, right? If she loses in Queen's Club first round, or she loses in Berlin as well, right? And she goes, I need preparation. So I feel like she signed up to all three to give herself the best chance, to be ready. So but I don't think she'll play Bad Berg if she wins Berlin or if she plays well in Berlin. Because why would you play the week before Wimbledon? Unless you really had to. Like Swiatek, right? But yeah, but it also makes me think that she's really gunning for that number one spot. And she's putting all her focus on the grass season for the next 5 weeks. And she's the favorite. She's probably the favorite from Wimbledon, right? So yeah. Not taking a break after RG is Pete Cam. What do you mean break? There's no break. Break after Wimbledon, but there's no break now. There's still so many things going on. I think Coco would be a good partner for Serena. Serena and Venus are going to be my guess is Serena, Venus, Wimbledon partners. They're going to team up, play at Wimbledon together. That's my guess. The Williams sisters return to Wimbledon. That's what I think is going to happen. That's my guess. Oh, I might go to the movies tomorrow. Maybe that's what I'll do. Maybe I'll go to the movies. I want to go see Masters of the Universe. It looks fun. Maybe I'll go to the movies. Actually, I want to go see Backrooms. 1 o'clock movie. Will I wake up at 1 o'clock? That sounds early. What would happen if Swiatek can't defend Wimbledon? She'll drop in the rankings. She'll probably drop down to like number 8 or 9 in the rankings. Pegula pulled out, so maybe that's a wild card she got. Well, Pegula didn't have a wild card, so unless Pegula had a wild card. Backrooms was odd, but looking forward to Disclosure Day. Yeah, I want to go see Obsession. Actually, no, that's what I want to see. I want to see Obsession. I want to see Obsession. And that is in 3 o'clock in the afternoon. So maybe I'll go see Obsession. Yes. I'm going to go see Obsession. I need a good scare. I love the Williams sisters pairing up, but Venus seems to not have known much of what Sis is doing, she said. Yeah, she doesn't want to give it away. Come on. By the way, I'm just totally guessing. I don't know anything you guys don't. So I don't want to manifest the plot of that movie into my life, so I'm avoiding it. And I want to go watch that movie to see what it's all about. I've only seen like half a trailer. Then it looked creepy, so I want to go see it. Also, I want to support a movie that had like zero budget, because and it's doing really well, and I want to support a movie like that. You know, they're the sort of movies I want to support. You know. As well as supporting, you know, movie cinemas as well. Spend my money there. Do you go to the movies alone? Because I do it sometimes. My friends think it's weird. I go to the movies alone all the time. All the time. It is not weird at all. It's great. Like, it's great. Like, going to the movies is such a, like, what's the, like, doesn't matter. Like, who cares? If, like there's no, like, two chair minimum. Like, you don't have to buy 2 tickets minimum. You can go, I go alone all the time. I go to the movies alone more than I go with people. Like, because I want to, like, I want to go to the movies in the middle of a Tuesday afternoon when there's people that, like, everyone's at work, everyone's at school, and I can go to the movie theater on my own. And there's no one else there. I can just have the whole place to myself. Like, that's why I love it. It's not busy. I do like going to movies that are like busy too, because then you have that, like, the atmosphere. But yeah, I go to the movies by myself all the time. Like, if I want to go do, like, but I travel alone. Like, I've traveled, like, I do, like, I'm just like, well, if nobody wants to come with me, I'm not going to not do it. Like, if I want to go watch a movie, I'm going to go watch it. I don't care what anyone thinks. I don't think it's weird. I love going alone. Yeah. I mean, look, the thing is, I want to go see Obsession. No one in my life wants to go see that movie because it's too scary. Right? So I'll go because I want to see it. You know, I'm not going to be like, oh, well, nobody wants to go. I guess I won't see it. No, why would I? Nah, screw that. Why would I not go see a movie that I want to go see just because nobody's coming with me? I'm like, I don't need somebody to hold my hand. I can go by myself. I get the whole bucket of popcorn. I can eat all the food myself. It's fine. There's nothing weird about it. Personally, I love watching movies at home. I like having the captions and being able to pause, take bathroom breaks without missing anything. Hey, that's fair enough. But also, I don't have any of the streaming services because they waste my money. So, and I have a DVD collection that I'm trying to watch. So, and plus, if I don't go to these movie theaters and support them, then they might not be around. And movie theaters are great. Plus, if you go to the movies with someone, you don't hang out. You don't even talk to them anyway. So what's the point of going with, like? There's no difference between going alone or with someone because once the movie starts, it's not like you're hanging out with anyone. You're just sitting there in silence anyway with your friends. So you might, like, the only difference is, like, you walk in and walk out by yourself. Like, And you don't get to discuss the movie with someone straight after. But that's what the internet's for. But yeah, no, I go to the movies by myself all the time. It's actually nice. It's probably creepier to go to horror movies by yourself, but I do it anyway. I'll leave the cinema in shock. Or do I do? Ooh. Tomorrow I might go see 2 movies. Maybe should I go see? Nah, I can't. I don't think I can put myself through that. I might not make it to the stream tomorrow. If I watch Obsession and Backrooms back to back, I think that's too much for one day. That's too much for one day. All right. I'm out of here. But thank you for joining. Thank you for hanging out. Glad we could start the grass season with a stream on day 1. We'll be back tomorrow. Again, my stalling hasn't worked. I have no idea when they're playing tomorrow, but we'll hopefully find out soon. And we'll watch some more tennis tomorrow. Kyrgios is playing in Stuttgart. Definitely want to watch him. Queen's Club, I'm not sure who will be playing. Maybe Eala might play. Obviously, Raducanu as well might play. Jovic might play. So Queen's Club tomorrow might be a little bit of an interesting one to watch. I don't think any of the big guns are playing just yet. But yeah, so yeah, Eala, Raducanu, Jovic are all on the radar. Kyrgios over in Stuttgart. What's going on in? So over in yeah, there's no matches I really want to watch in Den Bosch. Stuttgart. Yeah, Kyrgios versus Mute is on my radar. So yeah, so that's the plan for tomorrow. But thanks for hanging out. See you tomorrow. Cristian wins 6-4, 6-4, 7-6, and she is into the second round.